The Bulls trade Lonzo Ball to the Cleveland Cavs for Isaac Okoro. So what's going on with the father, LeVar Ball? Wow, here's LeVar Ball, and I see an amazing connection already to add to the decode. Okay, who does LeVar Ball look like? He's related to somebody else in the industry. I can't pinpoint it. But you see LeVar Ball here, the father to Lonzo. And what's the other one's name? Like Leangelo. And I'm seeing some, man, that doesn't even look like the same guy. Doesn't even look like the same guy. Oh, okay. So you have Leangelo, Lonzo, and LaMelo. Okay, let me pull up LaMelo. So you have all these brothers, right? There you go, LaMelo. I think that's the one I was thinking of right there. So here you have LaMelo. I'm seeing some nice connections here that I'm going to add to the breakdown. And is this guy in the NBA? This guy? Leangelo? He doesn't look too familiar, huh? Also known by his stage names G3 and Jello, is an American professional basketball player and rapper. What league is this? For the Astros? Okay, wherever that is. So you got these Ball brothers. Is there just 3 of them? How many Ball brothers is there? Two in the NBA, Lonzo and LaMelo. Lonzo, for now, he's with the Cavs, right? LaMelo for the Charlotte Hornets. Leangelo Ball the third has not played in the NBA, though he has played in the G League and other international leagues. Okay. So we have the Bulls trading Lonzo Ball to the Cavs for Isaac Okoro. Let's just pull up Isaac Okoro real quick. Or Okoro. Here he is. So these players aren't, they're not really big on the stat sheet. As this guy, 6.1 points, 2.4 rebounds, 1.2 assists. But these stories, they don't just hit for no reason, okay? These stories don't hit for no reason. So the Cavs have agreed to acquire Lonzo Ball, a guard from the Bulls, for forward Isaac Okoro. According to a person with knowledge of the agreement, the person spoke to the Associated Press anonymously Saturday because the trade can't be finalized until the start of the new league year. And it's just straight up, it looks like Lonzo for Okoro.
The biggest on-court issue for Lonzo Ball, like without counting injuries, even before he got injured, was the scoring, was the efficiency. So I had to pull up some of the stats here. He has never placed higher in a season. He's never placed higher than the 54th percentile at the rim. He was in the 11th percentile last year, which means 89% of the league is better at finishing than Lonzo Ball. So he's not a good finisher. He doesn't have a mid-range game. He's not much of a three-point shooter, but I do have an important note about the three-point shot. And this is another thing that we already kind of mentioned, but I want to drive this point home. Lonzo Ball as an Okoro replacement, let's go. Cool. If you're counting on Lonzo Ball to replace Ty Jerome, I'm already not sure if I think that's possible. If you think Lonzo Ball's Darius Garland replacement, you're out of your mind, okay? Because
Let's look at this Ty Jerome guy. I've heard his name a few times. Ty Jerome. I think he's an unrestricted, or I don't know what kind of free agent. But here's Ty Jerome. Notice how Ty Jerome played college basketball for the Virginia Cavaliers. And then he becomes a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. You see that right there? Isn't that interesting? So is he a free agent now? So he is a free agent. Oh, he signed a contract with the Grizzlies. It looks like this deal includes a player option for the third year. Jerome's previous team, the Cavs, he was considered a top reserve and a fringe starter. So I don't know if Lonzo, and they've always been clowning on Lonzo, haven't they? They've always been clowning on Lonzo. Where the hell is he? I thought I had him up here. Let me pull him up again. Lonzo Ball right here. And he was drafted by the Lakers, yeah? I just dropped the DeAndre Ayton signing with the Lakers live. It's over in the live section. Drafted by the Lakers here. All right. So let me show you some of these connections that I have here. Okay, so look, I just did that DeAndre Ayton breakdown signing with the Lakers. Notice both these players have the 2 on their jersey. And Lonzo Ball played 35 games during the 24-25 season after missing the previous 2 seasons with injuries. Okay, so both these characters are trending, right? Ayton signs with the Lakers. Lonzo Ball, drafted by the Lakers, played for the Bulls. Now he's going to the Cavaliers. You see, they both have that 2 on their jersey. I don't know what numbers they'll wear going forward, but you can see that connects with Lonzo Ball missing the previous 2 seasons, right? And I thought it was worth noting here that Lonzo Ball is kind of like Bull, right? So Lonzo Ball headed to the Cavaliers after playing for the Bulls. So you get Bull and you get Ball. And even basketball equals 22, which is like that too. And the National Basketball Association equals 202, like 22, right? And man, we get look at his middle name, Anderson, traded to the Cavs from the Bulls. So look, you get Son involved with the trending character's name one more time. And I'm trying to think, okay, let me pull up this breakdown. So I just dropped this Lululemon breakdown, files lawsuit against Costco, right? I know all of the Suns because you can see with this lawsuit against Costco in this breakdown, Lululemon files lawsuit against Costco, claims company is selling dupes of some of its products. Look at the founder of Lululemon, Wilson, right? And you get Anderson with the middle name with Lonzo Ball. But remember, as I scroll down, Wilson like Anderson, right? Well, remember, Marge Simpson was trending, as well as they were talking about, did she die in the season finale of The Simpsons, right? Simpsons, Wilson, Anderson, with Lonzo Ball's middle name. Dave Parker trending with his death after a long battle with Parkinson's disease. Inky Sun parts ways with the Portland WNBA expansion team. Another Sun, okay? And even with Aiden DeAndre signing with the Lakers, his last team was the Portland Trailblazers of the NBA. So you get that Sun connection again with that trending story. Sanford and Son character, Donna Harris, played by Lynn Hamilton, she dies. Sanford and Son, and there's the Marge Simpson, apparently still alive, I guess. But my point is this Sun and the Phoenix Suns trade Kevin Durant. Also, a few days ago, Mike Tyson's birthday. Even DeAndre Ayton began his career with the Phoenix Suns, right? And his college played for the Arizona Wildcats. So there's something going on with the Sun with all of these trending stories, right? And again, let's go back to our current breakdown. You see Lonzo Anderson Ball now trending. It's all with the language, right? Basketball, ball, Bulls. Lonzo Ball played for the Bulls. Even drafted by the Lakers, Lonzo L like Lakers. LeBron plays for the Lakers now, L. Luca like Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Now Lonzo goes to the Cavs. They drafted LeBron. Lonzo Ball's birthday, October 27th. That is one day after the anniversary of Michael Jordan's first NBA game on the Chicago Bulls. Okay? So that was October 26, 1984. Lonzo Ball's birthday, October 27th. Bulls, Ball. Now you get this Jordan connection. And wow, because remember LeVar Ball's birthday, his father, also another L, right? So all the brothers got the L and the dad's got the L. Look at his dad's birthday, LeVar, October 23rd. Lonzo's birthday 4 days later. You see that? And Michael Jordan's first game with the Bulls, October 26th. And that was in 1984. That was in 1984. LeBron James, born in 1984. And Lonzo goes to the Cavs. LeBron wins that championship for the Cavs, right? And drafted by the Cavs. 2016. Remember, Ohio equals 16 and 61. Also, okay? You see that right there? Bam. And they defeated the Warriors. That's interesting because a young Lonzo Ball kind of looks like Steph Curry a little bit. And I noticed that. Maybe possibly looks similar to Steph Curry. Possibly. Maybe not a young Lonzo Ball. Maybe it just depends on some of the picks. But may possibly kind of look like Steph Curry a little bit there too. And remember, Steph Curry, born in the same hospital as LeBron James in Akron, Ohio. So let's go back over here because I have more to show you. So LeVar Ball's birthday a few days before his son Lonzo. Remember, he's got 3 sons. Okay. Lonzo's birthday one day after the anniversary of Michael Jordan's first game with the Bulls. Don't forget that first game with the Bulls against the Bullets. Come on. Ball, Bulls, Bullets. Michael Jordan ended his career also playing for Washington, who became the Wizards. What are the odds? Look how he scored 16 points in the first game for the Bulls against the Bullets. Remember, LeBron had that 2016 championship with the Cavs. Okay, so you see how all of this stuff is connected. Even Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro is traded here straight up for Lonzo Ball. Dude's born on the 26th day of the year. Look at these connections. Jordan equals 26 and 62. Bryant equals 26, as in Kobe Bryant. Anderson, the middle name for Lonzo, 126, which is an exact match with Isaac Okoro's birthday, and they're traded for each other. Isaac Okoro's full name, Isaac Nnamdi Okoro, 162, which is his birthday. The numbers just mixed up. And again, Lonzo Ball's middle name, 126. Look at the date numerology. I mean, Kobe died 126. Let me just get that out there. Even Kobe died 126. What happened one day before that date? LeBron passed Kobe on the all-time scoring list. And then Kobe dies the next day, right? So Kobe dead 126. Isaac Okoro's birthday is 126. Lonzo Ball's upcoming birthday has 62 date numerology. This trade, 26 date numerology and 62. Even Lonzo Anderson Ball, 260 in the reverse cipher like 26. Check that out. All right. Look at how Ball equals 81. Remember, Kobe Bryant scored 81 points in a game, and Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. Ball's got the B like Bryant. Remember, ball like basketball, ball like bowl. So, I mean, what are the chances? You know what? Don't the Cavs got another guy with the 126th birthday? I've done a few breakdowns on him. What the hell's his name? Darius Garland? Look at that. Darius Garland has the same birthday as Isaac Okoro. You see that right there? 126. And now Isaac Okoro is being sent to the Bulls for Lonzo Ball. Check that out. So there's another 126 connection there. And that's going to hit the biggest with the Kobe Bryant 126 death date. Wow, that's wild, isn't it? Don't forget Jerry West. Jerry West's death date. What the hell? 3 West? Jerry West death date. The 12th day of the 6th month with that Laker connection. Okay, so come on. Michael Jordan debuts with the Bulls 10-26. and 1026 is like 126? Obviously connected to Jordan, or Jordan and Bryant, right? Bryant with the 126 death date. Come on, Lonzo Ball's birthday 1027. Isaac Okoro with the 126. Come on, right? So when you look at Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron, you see all of the connections, and then you see how everybody else just fits in. You go look at the live I just did with the DeAndre Ayton signed with the Lakers. It's all Jordan. It's all Jordan as well over there, man. And other connections, all of the similar connections, right? Doncic, LeBron. Lonzo averaged 7.6 points this past season. He barely played any games, and then he missed the prior 2 seasons. 7.6 points, and Michael Jordan equals 76. Remember Kobe Bryant, born in Philadelphia, home of the 76ers. Michael Jordan's last game as a player against the 76ers, man. I want you to see how Isaac Okoro has 35 on his jersey right there. Lonzo Ball played 35 games this last season. King James equals 35. King James equals 35. Notice how King equals 23. 23 on his jersey. Michael Jordan known for the 23. James equals 12. LeBron's got the 12th month birthday, December. Remember, Michael Jordan wore number 12 for one game. 154 days after Isaac Okoro's birthday, he's traded to the Bulls. And King James equals 154. Remember, Lonzo Ball headed to the Cavs. LeBron puts the Cavs on the map. The Cavs draft LeBron. They get that championship in 2016, right? Better late than never. But 154 days after Isaac Okoro's birthday, and King James equals 154. Don't forget Michael Jordan's dead father, RIP, supposedly, right? Michael Jordan's dad's name is James, and his middle name is Raymond, and LeBron's middle name is Ramon. What are the odds? What are the odds? Look at how Lonzo's got that 8 on that Cavs jersey. Obviously, that's like AI, right? He's got that 8 like Kobe wore 8 to start his career. And remember, Kobe born in the 8th month. Fourth team after spending the last 4 years in Chi-Town. 4 plus 4 is 8. Look, Chicago also equals 35, okay? Chicago equals 35. King James equals 35. Lonzo for Chicago played 35 games this past season. Traded for Isaac Okoro, who heads to the Bulls. Isaac Okoro's number with the Cavs was 35, and 3 plus 5 is 8. And man, Lonzo's been hammered, like I said, ever since he's been drafted. So there's rumors about LeBron, and notice the Cavs were 64 and 18. That's pretty solid, right? But obviously, they want a championship again. I think it's going to be a long time before that happens. Look at LeBron. Works out at Cavaliers facility. Dude, they don't want you. You know what I'm saying? It still says Ty Jerome's on the Cavs. Come on, dude. Just because they're good now? Right? Are you sure they would want LeBron? Look at how Lonzo right there looks like Steph Curry, y'all. Look at Lonzo right there. Don't forget about Donovan Mitchell right here. Donovan Mitchell, star for the Cavs. Who does he look like? Here's Donovan Mitchell, 24 points last season a game. When was his birthday? I forgot. He's got the September 7 birthday. No, that's Easy E's birthday. And it's the day Tupac got shot. And then Tupac died 6 days later. Donovan Mitchell really looks like somebody. So we got the three Ball brothers. You got LeVar Ball. Here's LeVar Ball. Even LeVar Ball's born on the 23rd. Remember that 23 connected to MJ. Put 23 on the map. And DeAndre Ayton signing with the Lakers. He's born July 23rd. Michael Jordan's dad died on July 23rd. Right? And Michael Jordan's first game for the Bulls, October 26th. That's 3 days after LeVar Ball's birthday. And Lonzo's birthday is 4 days later. And look, LaAngelo, that's the one who doesn't play in the NBA. Where's the other one at? LaMelo, right? LaMelo plays for the Hornets, doesn't he? And Michael Jordan, doesn't he have ownership? Look at LaMelo. He plays for the Hornets. Was selected by the Hornets 3rd overall. Ooh, LaMelo's birthday is 1 day before Kobe. LaMelo's birthday 1 day before Kobe Bryant. Look at that. Does he still play for the Hornets? Apparently. But Michael Jordan has ownership with the Hornets, yeah? He might have traded, he might have sold some of the percentage. I don't know, but look at this. LaMelo's birthday 1 day before Kobe. 1 day before Kobe. And don't forget, Charlotte drafted Kobe. Come on, man. Come on. Charlotte drafted Kobe. This stuff is so scripted, man. I hate to say the word scripted over and over. This is ridiculous, okay? You know what I'm saying? All on the fly like that. Oh, he doesn't own the Hornets anymore? I Googled it like 2 days ago and they said he had a percentage or whatever, but he did at one point. Of course, he sold his majority stake in the team in August. Of course. Kobe's birthday month, LaMelo Ball's birthday month. Of course, right? Of course it was in August 2023 and there's that number 23 again. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Did we finish our slides? It's wild. I prefer doing videos like this. The lives are kind of shady. If we had like a lot of real support, I would do lives like I used to on my original Math to Con channel. But at this point, I'm just doing this for fun and I'm just getting the information somewhere out there. You know what I'm saying? Now I want look at right there because look at LaMelo's birthday. There's that 120 like 12 again. This trade 120 days before his birthday. Remember LeBron Was it James? I think it was James that equaled 12, and he's born in the 12th month, LeBron. Well, this trade 120 days before Lonzo's birthday, and 120 again is like 12. And then Michael Jordan had that 12 that he wore for one game on his jersey. So look at Lonzo's birthday, 10/27. When you add it up, you get 37. Look, Lonzo Ball equals 37. Lonzo Anderson Ball, 73. And I think Chicago equals 37. And Bryant equals 37. There's Chicago, 37. Bryant equals 37. And I think Jordan equals 37. Am I wrong? Jordan equals 37. Even with Jordan in reverse 100 and then in reduction 26, that's like 126. And that's the Isaac Okoro birthday. That's the Kobe death date, 1/26. Michael Jordan's debut with the Bulls, 10/26. Look at that right there. Look at that. There was one more point, but I forgot. So I'm going to leave it there. You know, a lot of information. Just soak it up. These are all facts with these characters they give us on the world stage, okay? These are characters that they give us. Look at how this really exposes the code, man. This just exposes everything once we learn this language. Once you learn this language and you learn this code, there's probably something more with Isaac Okoro too, as he's headed to the Bulls here. There's probably something else with him. Here he is. Look, he was on the Cavs in Cleveland. Ohio equals 16 and 61. 6.1 points last season for the Cavs. Born in Atlanta. Will he still wear that 35? We'll see. Played for the Auburn Tigers in college. Listed as 6'5", 225 pounds. Small forward. So this trade may benefit both players, as it was probably time for a change. Lonzo with all his injuries and all that. Okay, cool. So I'm glad to be able to pump these decodes out. You know, it's hot out here in Arizona. I should really, it would be nice to just be able to go present this not online. You know what I mean? But the way they have this world now, man, they got everything online, right? You can't even get a job no more at a regular business. They want you to you know, you got to have all these apps on your phone. You know, it's like they want to track you. They want to be able to contact you through your smartphone. You got to check your schedule on your phone a lot of places. So it's like they got everything online. I wish we can go back to how it used to be. And yeah, Lonzo Ball really does look like Steph Curry. And there's probably some connections there. I told you LeBron born in the same hospital as Steph Curry, right? So there's probably something to that, as it seems like a lot of these characters are connected. Remember, Isaac Okoro had the same birthday as Darius Garland on the same team, but now Okoro headed to the Bulls. So there's always information that could be missed. All right. Always information that could be missed. I'm going to Man, look at that. So this trade Sunday, do I have that? Let me go to the article real quick. So Sunday was the 85th day of the year. Let's go over here. Oh, we just get a date with the article right there, June 29th. So June 29th was not Sunday. It was Tuesday. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, let me go back. June 29th was Sunday. Okay. So June 29th was Sunday, and that was the 185th day of the year, and basketball equals 185. Or it's the day leaving 185 days. You see that? The day leaving 185 days, the article with this trade, and basketball equals 185. See that right there? And you get that 85. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, these stories, like I said, are trending for a reason. And I hope that I helped you see. We got some other deals as well. I may have to go look at some of those. Shout out to y'all. Who's out there? Bots, whatever. You better know that you got the info from me. God damn it. Until next time.